Welcome to the Bourbon Van. I'm Phil. It's Whiskey in the Van Wednesday, and today we're digging into one of the sillier names on the shelf, Old Tub. In a video recently, I mentioned that I've been drinking Early Times Bottled in Bond as my favorite daily drinker for a long time now. Brown-Forman sold that brand to Sazerac Company, and the future is a little uncertain. Because of that, I've started looking for other 100 proof or Bottled in Bond products that I thought could fill that gap if and when it happens. And it just so happens that this year, Jim Beam restored an old brand of theirs, Old Tub, that happens to be a Bottled in Bond 4-year-old product. People have been going crazy for this online. That's one of the reasons that I avoided it. Whenever I see hype like that, I just don't trust it. However, I saw it on the shelf the other day for 22 bucks and decided it was worth a shot. In some of our previous videos, we've explained Bottled in Bond products. The important thing to note is that they are bottled at 100 proof. They're aged at least 4 years in federally bonded, government monitored warehouses. There's not a lot more to say about this bottle. I'm not going to give you a history lesson. I'm just ready to taste it. Let's hope that it lives up to the hype. Hey, not bad. Nice pitch on that pop. Well, this looks good enough to drink. Let's get right to the nose. Here we go. Well, being Jim Beam, I was expecting the typical Beam profile peanuts on the nose first and foremost. And there it is. It's such a hallmark of the Jim Beam profile. No surprises there on the prevailing flavor in the nose. However, there is a little bit of fruit, maybe sweet plum, baking spice. There's definitely some oak in here as well. Vanilla. And strangely, it's not really peanuts. It's a different type of nut. It's sweeter. That's really interesting. Well, now I'm really excited to try this. Let's go in for a taste. Cheers. Okay, there's all the nuts. There it is. That's okay, peanut brittle. That's not much of a surprise. There's a little more oak here than I expected. That's pretty nice. There's a little caramel here. Nice sweetness. Almost like spicy graham crackers. I don't dislike that. It's nice, it's interesting. It definitely doesn't hit my palate the same way that maybe Early Times Bottled in Bond or JTS Brown or something like that does. I would say that the flavors in this are a little sharper. We did just pour from the neck. Sometimes that can be a little bit hot, but this isn't bad. So far, this feels really well balanced. The sweetness is great. The spice is actually kind of a nice surprise. It's got sort of a nice velvety mouthfeel. First impressions, this is not bad. I'm enjoying this. Let's have another sip, see what else we find in this glass. So there is a nice touch of pie crust flavor in this as well. The mouthfeel is a little waxy now. The nose continues to open up and improve. It's a little unfortunate that I'm not a huge fan of the Jim Beam flavor profile because I think this is a great example of that profile. It's a very well-balanced, well-done product. It's just not the flavor profile that my palate prefers. Let's have another sip and check out the finish. Graham crackers, oak, that nuttiness. It's really not changed at all from the nose to the palate to the finish. It's such a consistent bourbon. It really is pleasant. For those of you who do enjoy the Jim Beam flavor profile, this is definitely a bottle worth seeking out. For me, I'm afraid the hunt continues for a daily sipping Bottled in Bond product that can pick up where my Early Times might leave off. But before we dismiss this bottle, I think we need to talk value. I've been finding this anywhere from $22 to $24 depending on where you get it and if it's on sale. I think at that price point, it's a nice value. There are other Bottled in Bond products that are cheaper. There are others that are way more expensive, but for the price, I think this is a nice value. I think if you like the Jim Beam flavor profile, that sort of waxy, peanutty, sweet profile, this is really going to be in your wheelhouse, and in that case, I do recommend it. For me, this is probably a one and done. I think that there's great quality here, there's great value, and it is tasty, but it's not the flavor profile that I generally prefer, especially in a daily sipper. So the hunt for my new Bottled in Bond bourbon continues, but tell me, have you tried this bottle? Have you tried other bottles instead of this one? What did you think of this one? What do you think of your daily Bottled in Bond sipper? I'm looking for all recommendations at this point. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button. If you haven't already subscribed, please do. Hit the bell so you never miss a video from us. Well, this glass is already poured and it would be a shame not to finish it, so I'm going to go ahead and get to work. From wherever we are to wherever you are. Cheers.